At the beginning of this story we see a place where it is raining heavily as well as thundering. And a man is deeply injured, and he is saying, "My name's Lu Cheng. I'm an ominous person. In my last life, I was in a car crash, which killed me and the driver. My parents passed away, right after I reincarnated. My teammates died during the trial, and now, it's finally my turn. I'm going to die. And from above there is a very dangerous lightning, due to which a huge explosion occurs at that place. And then Lu Cheng's system gets activated. And the system is speaking to Lu Cheng, "System alert, you have triggered a dead end." After this the scene shifts, and we see, one day before. Wan Tian sect, first of 8 sects from the floating content. And some disciples are talking, the trial this time sure was hard. And the second disciple says, "Yeah, it's all thanks to Brother Lu." And then a girl comes calling Lu Cheng, and she is like, Fang Shu age 17, 7th grade of refinement. Then we see Lu Cheng, who is saying to Fang Shu, "Sister Fang, what brings you here?" And Lu Cheng is 18 years old, 7th grade of refinement. Then Fang Shu hugs Lu Cheng, and Lu Cheng is saying to Fang Shu, "Sister Fang, where's my master?" So Fang Shu tells Lu Cheng, "The sect master is waiting for you in the hall of Wan Tian." And hearing this, Lu Cheng becomes very happy, and he is thinking, "My name is Lu Cheng. I'm an unlucky traveler. I died in my previous life and reincarnated here, in the floating continent. I have lived here inconspicuously to everyone else. At the age of 12, I became an orphan, but this year, the sect master of Wan Tian took a fancy to me and took me in as his disciple. Straight away, I started my training. I must become someone strong, get a hold of my own destiny, protect the people around me." Then Lu Cheng reaches inside a hall, and while greeting, he says, "Greetings, Master. Greetings, all elders." Then we see the sect master, and he is Zhou Lin Yang, sect master of Wan Tian, 9th grade of fusion. And the sect master says to Lu Cheng, "Lu Cheng, as the leader of this trial, you've done a great job." Then Lu Cheng says to the sect master, "It's all thanks to the master's teachings, I've overcome the 7th grade of refinement during the trial." And some elders are talking about Lu Cheng, and they are saying, 7th grade refinement at the age of 18? And the second elder says, "Worthy of being the prodigy among the young generations of the floating continent." But there's still quite a long way to go compared to Shu Er, not to mention King Yu. And Lu Cheng is looking at a girl, and he is thinking, "She is Xiao Qing Yu, your tour prodigy among the sect. She's also my rival, and she is Xiao Qing Yu, age 19, 9th grade of refinement." Then the sect master says, "Very well. Lu Cheng has a unique physique, his potential is unquestionable. Don't disappoint me." And after listening to the words of Lu Cheng's sect master, Lu Cheng says, "Understood." At the same time he is thinking, "Although I'm not sure myself what part of me is unique." And the sect master stands up and says, "Since Lu Cheng returned safely, I can now start arranging for my funeral." And as soon as they hear the words of the elder sect master, they all get shocked, and Lu Cheng also gets shocked. But Lu Cheng is saying to the sect master, "Master, could it be that you?" So the sect master says to all of them, "I'm going to ascend." In floating land, when a person has reached the level of a Mahayana, they can call for a cataclysm. If they're able to withstand it, they can ascend to be celestial beings. But it is said that due to the shift in celestial rules, there has not been a single cataclysm being descended for 3,000 years in the floating continent. And Lu Cheng is thinking, and we don't know how confident the master is. Then the sect master says, "No need to worry, I have my own ways. You all know what my school is." And Lu Cheng is thinking, the ancient celestial school, the sky-stealing technique. With the sky-stealing technique, the master might have a chance to call upon a cataclysm. And the sect master is saying, "After 3,000 years, I will be the first true immortal in the floating continent. Wan Tian sect, up to the floating land, will be going into a whole new era. Lu Cheng, come and see me before the chain hour tomorrow." And the sect master gives a token to Lu Cheng, seeing which Fang Shu's eyes start shining, and she says, "The sect master token. Is the sect master going to pass the mantle to Brother Lu?" And Lu Cheng happily takes that token. Then the sect master disappears from that place. Then Fang Shu is saying to Lu Cheng, "Brother Lu, Have you heard of the saying, when one becomes immortal, his chickens and dogs ascend? Once you have triumphed, don't ever forget about Shu. And Lu Cheng is looking at Xiao Qing, but Xiao Qing passes by Lu Cheng and says to him, Brother Lu, congratulations on the promotion to the 7th grade of refinement. But it's still not enough. If one's not suitable, there will be consequences. Good luck. And both of them are watching Xiao Qing go. Then Fang Shu is saying to Lu Cheng, we're all in the refinement realm, why is she so cocky? Brother, don't bother her, and Lu Cheng is thinking, Xiao Qing, you are right. 7th grade of refinement. I still have a long road ahead. Training is not an easy task. There are 6 training realms, each realm consists of 9 grades. Every promotion, a long period of training and precious opportunity is required, and many have given up during the process. Although I don't know what my potential is, but being taken in by a master is my opportunity. I must appreciate it. Next day, Lu Cheng and Sect Master are standing on top of a mountain, and Lu Cheng is saying to Sect Master, Master will now start to ascend. So the Sect Master says, you can have a look at the side. This involves the sect's secret and your unique physics. And Lu Cheng understands the Master's words. Then the Sect Master starts, and he is saying, Heaven and earth, the root of everything. Numerous training, to prove my worth. The whole of 3 realms, as I dominate all. And Lu Cheng is very surprised, and he is thinking, it's the sky-stealing technique. And the Sect Master is saying, a body of gold, covering all. To be unseen, and to be unheard. Covering the earth, raising the creations. Numerous chantings, with the body of light, guards of 3 realms, servants of 5 lords, assembly of gods, drive the thunder, come forth. Then, due to the Sect Master's technique, lightning starts happening at that place, seeing which Lu Cheng gets very surprised. At the same time, he is avoiding all those lightning and is running away. And he is saying to the Sect Master, Master, the cataclysm is landing on me. But we see that no one is helping Sect Master Lu Cheng. And Lu Cheng is repeatedly asking the Sect Master to save him, but the Sect Master points a finger at him and catches him with his spiritual power. And then there is a dangerous lightning at that place, due to which Lu Cheng starts feeling extreme pain and starts screaming. And we see that due to lightning falling at that place, a huge explosion occurs, due to which a crater is formed on the ground. And Master comes in front of Lu Cheng, and Master is saying to Lu Cheng, you're confused, right? Why didn't I save you? Why is the cataclysm targeting you? It's because the one that summoned cataclysm is you. And Lu Cheng gets very shocked after hearing this. Then the Sect Master further says to Lu Cheng, the one who called upon the cataclysm is me. Lu Cheng, you possess the body that attracts cataclysm in floating land after 3,000 years. This type of physics is recorded only in the secret records of Wan Tian Sect. You originally possess the body of 1000 disaster, which I have been looking through numerous scrolls and records, and went all my ways to nourish. But Lu Cheng is not able to understand the words of the Sect Master. Then the Sect Master says to Lu Cheng, the reason why the drought in your village has suddenly worsened, it's because I used the sky-stealing technique. Oh, it was the year before yours parents died. And Lu Cheng understands the Sect Master's words that he is the one who killed his family members. And Sect Master says to Lu Cheng, the challenges in the trials, sometimes to improve your body, which is a gift to me. And Lu Cheng gets very angry and says, so, it was you? And the Sect Master laughingly says to Lu Cheng, Nanana, those peasants, they have made up for their worth after death. Thanks to their sacrifice, you now possess a disastrous body. It's impossible to call upon cataclysms upon a floating continent from the heavens, but my student, you have not failed me. Even in this heaven-rejected land, lightning strikes can't be avoided. And Lu Cheng gets very angry, and he takes out his sword to kill the Sect Master, but the Sect Master does not care. He is laughing a lot and saying it happens. Haha, my good disciple, be grateful. You know why you're still alive from the cataclysm. It's because I protected you. And then the token given by the Sect Master comes out from Lu Cheng, seeing which Lu Cheng gets very shocked, and he is thinking, shit, so this token has been infused with the power of the sky-stealing technique. Then we see that very bright light emanates from that token, which starts moving towards the sky. And this is the sky-sealing technique. and seeing this the sect master is becoming very happy. And Lu Cheng turns his sword towards himself, to kill himself, and at the same time he is saying to the sect master, Zhou Lin Yang, don't even think about it. But this does not make any difference to the sect master. He points his finger towards Lu Cheng and tells him, you imbecile, don't even think about ruining my plan. And the sect master destroys Lu Cheng's sword, seeing which Lu Cheng becomes more upset. And then lightning falls on Lu Cheng, and a huge explosion occurs at that place. Then we see that there is a very bright light shining in the sky, seeing which the sect master is becoming very happy, and he is saying, just for today, after countless training. From now onwards, I, Zhou Lin Yang, will be leaving this ordinary world. Come to me. The path of ascension, farewell, lower universe. And the sect master leaves this place. There we see that the elder is looking at that light, and he is saying, the sect master, he has ascended. Surprisingly, in this world, it is still possible to ascend. Then that light disappears. Then we see Lu Cheng, who is in a very bad condition, and he is thinking, so that's the truth, huh? I was wrong. I trusted the wrong person. My hope has been demolished. I cannot protect them. It's all because I am the cataclysm and sin. And then Lu Cheng's system gets activated, and his system is speaking to Lu Cheng, system alert. You have triggered a dead end. But Lu Cheng is thinking, it's really a dead end. This is already my second death, the past and the present, getting stronger, protecting, taking revenge. I am going to die again. Without accomplishing anything. But why? Why am I the one dying? Why is Zhou Lin Yang the one ascending? A person should never be sinful. All of this, it's just because I'm too weak. And then Lu Cheng's system gets fully activated, and the system tells Lu Cheng, successfully activate the system. And as soon as Lu Cheng hears this, he gets very shocked, and he opens his eyes and is very surprised, and he is saying, I'm still alive. Wounds have recovered. My strength seems to have grown as well. My wounds have recovered. My strength seems to have grown as well. It's the golden finger system required for traversal? In these 18 years, numerous disasters, and I still have to die once more. Seriously, hard one. And the system appears in front of Lu Cheng, and when Lu Cheng clicks, the system panel opens in front of him. And complete details of Lu Cheng are shown in the system. And the system is speaking to Lu Cheng, system alert, you have overcome the dead end, beginner overcome reward. Revival. +1 used, disaster count, +0. Congratulations on activating the system. You've received a starter pack. You have accepted the mission. Daily disaster if failed to complete, you will be penalized. Mission remaining time 0:05:64. Summon, and Lu Cheng is saying, daily disasters. Penalty. What are those? But, compared to this. But then we see that some beasts are coming towards Lu Cheng, seeing which Lu Cheng is thinking, the beasts of refinement peak. This number. With my current strength, I know I still can't beat them. The only way is to. This must be the way. Then Lu Cheng says to the system, open the starter pack. So the system says, congratulations on receiving the scroll less than the script of immortal from disaster greater than. Your aura will be infused with the element of less than the script of immortal from disaster greater than. And all the beasts together attack Lu Cheng. But we see that Lu Cheng's power has returned, and he moves forward to attack those beasts. And he is attacking those beasts very fast. And he is killing those beasts very easily, but the beasts get very angry after seeing this. But Lu Cheng is enjoying it now. And he again attacks those beasts, and kills many of them in one stroke. Then he's looking at the system and he's thinking, I can't believe that the infusion of the power in that scroll can drastically enhance my speed and strength. After killing these beasts, my disaster count went up by 7. What can I do with the disaster count, and this daily disaster? Do I summon it? There's no time to think, and Lu Cheng summons lightning again. And seeing this, Lu Cheng gets very surprised, but he is also very happy. Then he is sitting inside a cave and he is saying, I can't believe that the system can be this big. Luckily the daily disaster strength is just some foundation level attacks. And Lu Cheng again opens the system panel and he is thinking, it seems like the daily disaster refreshes daily. After overcoming the daily disaster, I got 5 disaster counts as well. Lu Cheng then punches a rock, due to which the rock breaks into pieces. And then something falls down from that place, which Lu Cheng catches. And seeing what Lu Cheng is saying, it surely improves a lot. It is a legendary system indeed. It's time to go back. Wan Tian Sect. Due to Zhou Linyang's strength, the Wan Tian Sect has been the first among the 8 sect for 1,000 years sect. They have accumulated a fair amount of training resources. Scrolls, pills, weapons, relics. These are all resources that I need desperately. But, not being the disciple of the sect master, those elders that are gunning for power will not let me be the successor that easily. And there's Xiao Qingyu, but, after acquiring the system, my potential is already on a much different level than before. Not to mention that the records about the disastrous body are within the secrets of Wan Tian. I definitely will not give up. Zhou Linyang, I will definitely kill you. Calling her. And Fang Shu looking at Lu Cheng is asking, Brother Lu, how did you notice me? But Lu Cheng is asking Fang Shu, Sister Fang, why are you all the way out here? So Fang Shu says, Shu is worried about you. The sect master ascended yesterday, then you went missing as well. I thought you were shocked by the cataclysm as well. Brother, how are you? Are you in a bad mood? You even pointed your sword towards me. And Lu Cheng is thinking, it seems like my emotions are still obvious. Then Lu Cheng tells Fang Shu, it's nothing, the sect master has ascended. I just missed him a little. And Fang Shu says to Lu Cheng, haha, I'll have my master look over you from now on. And Lu Cheng is thinking, your master is Mu Rong Kui and Zhou Linyang are on bad terms. I'd be thanking him if he doesn't come and take revenge on me. Wait. Mu Rong Kui is a monk that excels in spiritual power. Fang Shu for her to come and find me. Then Lu Cheng takes a deep breath and says to Fang Shu, all right, let's head back. 3 days later, and we see that a lot of people gather in the hall. And an elder is saying to Lu Cheng, Friar Lu Cheng, you were spectating when the sect master ascended, right? Sect master Lin Yang. Did he successfully ascend? So Lu Cheng says yes to that elder. Then another elder says to Lu Cheng, the sect master seriously summoned the cataclysm. And a third elder says, after 3,000 years, he's the only person that managed to call upon a cataclysm. Then the old elder says, HMPH, he just ascended and left, does he still remember he's the sect master of Wan Tian? And the second elder speaks to Lu Cheng, Friar Lu Cheng, has Brother Zhou ever given you any secret hints on summoning cataclysms? And after hearing this both the elders become serious. But Lu Cheng is smiling and he is thinking, nay, the hint is to make use of me. If the secret is on the disastrous body is exposed, I will end up being a tool by the strong people at the Mahayana level. The system didn't give me a second revival chance. Then Lu Cheng says, no. If there were any skills that can be taught or inherited, the master would have left it for the sect for sure. And hearing this the second elder says, sigh. Could it be that the floating continent were not fated for the heavens? But then the old elder says, let's stop talking about him. Since Lin Yang has already ascended and left the floating continent, us Wan Tian sect, we should also start considering a new sect master as the successor. But the second elder says, it's true. Once Brother Zhou has ascended, we have lost nearly half of the strength of Wan Tian sect. We need a prodigious successor so that we can keep the name of Wan Tian sect as one of the 8 sects. And we see Lu Cheng, who stands still. Then we are told, Wan Tian sect is the head among the 8 sects in the floating continent. But 100 years ago, sect master Zhou Linyang led Wan Tian sect's elites to explore the holy ruins, suffered great damage, and caused a huge panic among the sect. The strong among the older generations can't even compete against Zhou Linyang. Then a couple of generations of disciples lack the prodigy that has the potential to promote into the fusion level. Talented disciples, they're still too naive. The elder council will first hold the authority. Once Zhou Linyang has ascended, Wan Tian sect has entered an empty era, not worthy of the name, head of the 8 sect. But the moment when Zhou Linyang has reached the 9th grade of fusion and decided to ascend, he has already set the rules. Then have the 3 fusion experts personal disciples to be the successor candidates. investing all kinds of resources, until the strongest among them has matured. Only then will they claim the sect master title. Then the old elder says to Lu Cheng, Monk Lu Cheng. You joined at the age of 12, had a late start, although brother Lin Yong deeply values yours potential, considering you as one of the heir candidates. But now Cheng Yu is at 9th grade of refinement at 19, Shu Er is at 7th grade at 17, they have far more potential than you. And Lu Cheng is thinking, Nen Yi, I know my strength is weak, but do you have to strip me of my own rights as well? If that's the case, and the old elder is saying to Lu Cheng, in my opinion, Lu Cheng, with your current strength, you are no longer worthy of the name as a candidate. But Lu Cheng says to that elder, I have heard tales of the elder master excels in perception, could it be that you haven't noticed yet? And the old elder gets a little surprised after listening to Lu Cheng. Then Lu Cheng shows his power, and a lot of energy is coming out from inside him, and seeing this the old elder gets very surprised and he says, This is you've been promoted to foundation? And seeing the power of Lu Cheng, all the disciples are very surprised, and seeing this, Shao Qing is thinking, foundation? He's only in the 6th grade of refinement just 3 days ago. How is this possible? And Fang Shu is also surprised and she is thinking, no wonder brother is able to notice me back at the cave. And Lu Cheng is moving forward and saying, I've awakened my potential physique with the help of the lightning cataclysm. Just yesterday, I have reached the level of foundation. And Lu Cheng is thinking, all thanks to the points from the daily disaster. And seeing Lu Cheng's promotion, all the disciples are saying, 3 days? How is it possible? Refinement is the most time-consuming realm. You need at least 1 to 2 years to even promote a single grade. What kind of potential physics does he have? Then the second elder laughingly says to Lu Cheng, Monk Lu Cheng showing potential. The young brothers are all excited. This is a good sign for us Wan Tian sect. And hearing this the third elder says, that means he just caught up to Cheng Yu. Then Shao Qing says, I'll reach the foundation soon as well. And the old elder is saying, if that's the case, then the 3 of you are still the candidates. But Lu Cheng tells the elder, no need, before the master ascended, he had already assigned me personally. Lu Cheng. I am now the next sect master of Wan Tian. And saying this, Lu Cheng looks at them all as tokens. And everyone gets very surprised after seeing that token. But Shao Qing is saying, that is impossible. The sect master token's at hand, can it still be fake? And all the disciples are talking, but even if he had reached foundation, that just means he's on par with a handler disciple. And the second disciple says, yeah, can he even take the responsibility as a sect master? And the third elder is saying, why would sect master Lin Yong appoint you as the successor immediately? Such nonsense. Then Lu Cheng tells them, I'm the true disciple of the sect master, what's wrong with taking over my master's position? Moreover, if I'm not the successor, should he appoint you 3 elders instead? And hearing this, the third elder shouts at Lu Cheng, such bullshit. That's not what I meant. But Lu Cheng says smilingly, the 3 elders still know their stuff. Fellow deacon brothers, do you think I'm not worthy of being the sect master? Answer me, for a monk who has been stuck in the fusion stage for nearly 100 years, and a young monk that just entered the foundation stage, who has the bigger potential to ascend? The reason why we Wan Tian sect to have young disciples as the candidates, is also to hide the sect's strength. After the sect master has ascended, if the succeeding sect master does not have the same level of training and potential as the former one, what will the other sects think of us? Having the truth to mingle with the lies, in war nothing is too deceitful. The reason why we have young disciples as candidates is also to dictate the sect's strength. Now that I have my potential awakened with the help of my master, I have surpassed the other 2 candidates. With that being said, the master will appoint me as the next sect master no matter what, the difference is that it happened slightly earlier. 3 elders, do you plan to go against my master's will? And the second elder is smiling and thinking, this brat sure is cunning, spouting nonsense towards the 3 elders, but having his eyes fixated on me. Based on what you said, what the sect master did is definitely reasonable. And then Shao Qing says, hold up, you were right, but what you said are all under the condition that your potential is far more superior than the 2 of us. You took the opportunity, got the help from the sect master's ascension, reached the foundation before me, but that doesn't mean you are stronger than me. Lu Cheng, I challenge you to a duel, and the third elder becomes happy after listening to Xiao Qing. Then she says, well said Qing Yu, that's how it should be. But Lu Cheng tells Xiao Qing, one move, and Xiao Qing is surprised to hear this. Then Lu Cheng says to Xiao Qing, if I can't win you in one move, the sect master's seat, I'll let you have it. And hearing this, Xiao Qing gets angry and says, right. If that's what you asked for. Then she gets ready to directly attack Lu Cheng with her sword, and seeing this Fang Shu is saying, it's the spiritual weapon. Sword of Qing Sha. And the third elder is thinking, with the spiritual weapon that I personally refined, this victory is Qing Yu for sure. And the second elder is thinking, this brat Lu Cheng being promoted simultaneously, his foundations are weak, he might not be stronger than Zhao Qing Yu. There's a gap in terms of weapons as well, I guess he doesn't stand a chance. And the old elder is thinking, this works as well, suppress Lu Cheng which will maintain the balance between all three sides, then slowly proceed with my plans. And Xiao Qing moves forward very quickly to attack Lu Cheng. And we see that a huge explosion occurs at that place. And seeing this, all the disciples become very surprised, and they are worried about Lu Cheng. Then when the smoke cleared, nothing had happened to Lu Cheng, he was fine. And seeing this Xiao Qing becomes even more surprised. And Lu Cheng has caught hold of Xiao Qing's sword, and as the third elder and Fang Shu see this, they cannot believe it. And Lu Cheng is thinking after looking at Xiao Qing's sword, this is too weak, it can't even match the power of a daily disaster. It's been 3 days since the action of the system, the power of the daily disaster strengthens daily. I must have the sect master seat. I must have sufficient resources so that I can get stronger. So that I won't be puppeteered by others, so that I can kill Zhou Lin Yang. And Lu Cheng is now ready to attack, and thunder is coming out of him. Seeing this, Xiao Qing steps back, but Lu Cheng is ready to attack Xiao Qing, and he gathers energy in his hands and the director moves forward to attack Xiao Qing. And seeing that dangerous attack, and we see that Xiao Qing is about to fall very far. But then the third elder catches Xiao Qing. And Lu Cheng is feeling happy and saying that I have won. Then he says to Fang Shu, among the 3 candidates, Xiao Qing you have now been defeated by me. Sister Fang, do you want to go as well? And Fang Shu gets nervous after listening to Lu Cheng and she says, Anne? I wouldn't. And the old elder is just looking at Lu Cheng. Then the third elder makes Xiao Qing sit at a place. Then she is staring at Lu Cheng and she is saying, I asked you to stop just now, didn't you hear? And hearing this Lu Cheng says, I heard you. So what? And the third elder says, you've just reached the foundation, what's with that arrogance? Today I'll discipline you arrogant brat in brother Lin Yang's place. And she is about to attack Lu Cheng. But Lu Cheng is smiling and he is thinking. And Lu Cheng is speaking to the third elder, Elder Xiao, you can't deal with me alone. But it doesn't matter to the third elder, she moves to attack again and she is saying, just the first grade of foundation, and you dare to challenge the fusions? And then Lu Cheng takes out the token and says to the third elder, don't say. Didn't warn you. Then Lu Cheng starts using the token, and we see that due to the use of that token, a lot of energy is getting accumulated, which is spreading all over. Seeing which all the disciples are very surprised, and they are saying, Sect protection. The sect protection has been activated, and seeing this the third elder is also very shocked and she is saying, how did you have the ability to activate sect protection? And Lu Cheng is smiling. Then the second elder says to the old elder, it's the sect master token. Then Lu Cheng starts using the power of that token, due to which many chains start coming out from that token, which directly surround the third elder. And she catches the third elder, due to which the third elder comes to her knees. And makes him fall to his knees directly on the ground. And the old elder is thinking, this kid, he still had some tricks up sleeves. But the third elder is saying to Lu Cheng, how long do you think you can trap me? Based on your strength, I believe you can't hold much longer. Wait till you've run out of mana, then we can set what kind of tricks you can pull. And the third elder is also right, but Lu Cheng is not making any difference to it, he is smiling, but blood is coming out of his eyes, but he says to the third elder, you've got it right. But since my master has appointed me as the sect master, how can I run out of tricks? You all should have felt it, that's the token that has a seal on it. Other than me, no one else can activate this sect master token. So, Elder Shao, don't force me to make you a dead fish. If you force me to use the mana stored within the sect formation, even if you survived, you won't be having a great time either, and the Wan Tian sect's 1,000 years of history will go down with me. And after listening to Lu Cheng, the third elder gets very shocked and she is thinking, a maniac. This guy is a maniac, and then the second elder says to the third elder, Anem. Elder Shao, since Brother Zhou has arranged it this way, let's give Lu Cheng a chance. Also, without Lu Cheng controlling the token, the sect's core formation, all the treasures, all the secrets, and forbidden areas won't be accessible. And you know what that means. And after listening to the words of the second elder, the third elder becomes calm. Then she submits to Lu Cheng. And we see Shao Qing, who is saying, how can this be? And the old elder says to Lu Cheng, Friar Lu, as expected from Lin Yang's personal disciple, you have the same strength as your master used to have. It is true that the three elders are at fault. We will recognize your position as the sect master for now. But if you can't handle it in the future, as fusion elders, we will not be defeated by any formations. And listening to the old elder, Lu Cheng is thinking, Elder Master. Mu Rong Kui. Now he is forced to recognize me due to the sect's protection, but he will never recognize me from the heart. Nay. Is much trickier than Shao Feng Ning. Luckily when Zhou Lin Yang was casting the sky-stealing technique when he was ascending, a small portion of the cataclysm's power remained within the token, and now only the script of immortality from disaster is able to activate it. The fact that I can reach this stage, I have used up all my luck. What a shame, in the end, this is still not mine power. I can barely stop Shao Feng Ning for now, and the others are just all talk and pretending to give in. Then Lu Cheng says to all of them, since you have contributed to the sect in the past, I'll let you go for now. And Lu Cheng comes down. Then he says to all of them, any other objections? And the second elder says to Lu Cheng, all hail the sect master. And everyone is ready to accept Lu Cheng as their new sect master. And Lu Cheng also becomes very happy. Then he sits on the throne and he is saying, from today onwards, I, Lu Cheng, will be the sect master of Wan Tian. Fang Shu Shao Qing you'll be my assistants. And both of them also get ready. And everyone starts praising Lu Cheng. And Lu Cheng is thinking, starting from this moment, I will build the foundation that I need to ascend. And then Lu Cheng gets a notification from the system and the system says to Lu Cheng, congratulations on reaching foundation, the celestial rock market is now open. And hearing this Lu Cheng becomes happy and he is thinking, it's time to test the system's new function. The next day, Wan Tian Sect Bamboo Peak. We see that thunder is coming from the sky. And there is a huge explosion at that place, and Lu Cheng is saying, that's another disaster done. It seems like the system is integrated within the scar on my forehead. Every time I use the system's power, I can feel a mysterious strength flowing into me from here. I wonder what's the origin of the system. The daily disaster is getting stronger day by day. But I'm still getting 5 disaster points. After reasoning the foundation stage, the points required to level up to the next stage increase by tenfold. If I don't figure out other methods to get stronger quickly, my growth won't be able to keep up with the daily disaster, then I will get struck to death soon. Then Lu Cheng says to the system, open the market. And looking at the market of the system, Lu Cheng is thinking, in a floating continent, the resources needed for training are categorized into heaven, earth, spiritual and normal grades. Every grade is split into upper, middle, and lower levels. The lowest grade items available in the market are earth grades. They're treasures that even the Azoth realm friars are gunning for. Not to mention, there are even these kinds of treasures. UAC Ren the market uses spiritual rocks as currency. I haven't heard of it before, so I can only obtain it from the system's missions. System Mission 1. Surpass the Azoth realm. Reward, spiritual rocks plus 502. Devour ancient abnormalities. Reward, disaster points plus N, spiritual rocks plus N3. Surviving xenogenesis disasters. Reward, unknown, surpassing Azoth. It's still a long way to go from my current stage. I don't have a single clue on xenogenesis disasters as well, ancient abnormal ties, although I have no idea what that is. But with Wan Tan's sect at my back, there's a chance that I can complete it. And when Lu Cheng looks ahead, Fang Shu and Xiao Qing are protecting him. Then as soon as Fang Shu sees Lu Cheng, she says, "Brother Lu, you have finished training." And Lu Cheng says to both of them, "Thank you too for guarding M. But Xiao Qing says to Lu Cheng, "Guarding? You just want to take me hostage, to threaten Grandma, right?" And Lu Cheng says to Xiao Qing, "What if I say yes? Guardians of the Wan Tian's sect master, it's not a lowly position. Before the master ascended, Sister Xiao once told me, if one is not suitable, there will be consequences. I will keep that in mind as I live. Don't worry, I won't trouble the two of you. I have something else to attend to, you can go back now." And Xiao Qing is just getting angry after listening to Lu Cheng. After this the scene shifts, and we see that the second elder and Lu Cheng are sitting at a place and drinking tea. And the second elder is saying to Lu Cheng, "What's the purpose of the sect master coming to find me?" And Lu Cheng says to the second elder, "I should be the one asking Elder Yuan. I still need to thank you for helping me." And the second elder laughingly says to Lu Cheng, "Hee, Lu Cheng. Enough with the small talk, I'm really impressed by your tricks. You know, I know Sect Master Zhou for a couple of 100 years already. The seal in the token was not set by him. HMPH. That time, due to the situation of the Save Wan Tian sect, I was forced to help you, but who knew you had a huge plot in mind? Unless you give me a reasonable explanation." So Lu Cheng says to the second elder, "The strength within me is the power of the cataclysm." And hearing this the second elder is surprised and he says, "The power of cataclysm? And he's still willing to help me, he must have wanted something from this." Then Lu Cheng says to the second elder, "Since the Elder Yuan don't want to have small talks, I'll just get straight to the point. Between Wan Tian sect's fusion elders, I have had huge ambitions. Xiao Feng Ning has a small structure. Only your Elder Yuan fits as the role model of his friars. If the Elder Yuan is willing to be loyal to me, I will be sure to help you ascend once I get results in my training." And after listening to Lu Cheng's words, the second elder is thinking, from his expression, it doesn't look like he's lying. Come to think of it, he sure has a point. Fine, I'll just put my trust in him for now. Then the second elder says to Lu Cheng, "What does the sect master want me to do?" So Lu Cheng says to the second elder, "I want you to help me with my training." And after this the scene shifts, and the second elder has brought Lu Cheng to a different place. And seeing this place Lu Cheng is saying, "So this is the sect's treasury? This is the first time I'm here. In the Wan Tian sect's treasury, we don't hide our treasures here, we store them in another dimension." Then the second elder starts using his power and he is saying, "We have to get them using spells. Every piece of treasure has a seal on them, but with the Sect Master token, you will be able to get them freely. But Sect Master Lu, even though the token has huge power, please be careful while choosing." And Lu Cheng catches that thing and he says to the second elder, "Thanks for the reminder, Elder Yuan." And now Lu Cheng wants to choose a treasure for himself, so he moves his hand. Then he also takes out his token and he is saying, "I do have to choose. Give it to me." Then we see that many treasures come in front of Lu Cheng, which Lu Cheng is looking at carefully and he is thinking, to increase my strength, using Azoth will be the most efficient way. But using Azoth has a limit, or else I will have a weak foundation, unable to reach the next realm. Except for the sky stealing technique, having a unique functionality, Wan Tian Sect's scrolls do not have the ability to speed up the training progress like the ones in the systems. It's a shame that the sky stealing technique is not here, but in the Forbidden Ruins, there's no way to get it now. And then Lu Cheng's system tells Lu Cheng, "System alert. Ancient abnormalities detected. Cloudy fragment, do you want to devour it?" And a treasure is in front of Lu Cheng, seeing which Lu Cheng is very happy and he is saying, "It's really there." Then Lu Cheng moves his hand towards that treasure and catches it. And Lu Cheng is watching that treasure carefully. Then the system tells Lu Cheng, "System alert, cloudy fragments found. Absorbing will gain disaster points +27, spiritual rock +1. Do you want to absorb?" And Lu Cheng asks the system to absorb that treasure, due to which now the treasure starts absorbing Lu Cheng. Due to which a lot of energy starts going inside him. Then the system tells Lu Cheng, "System alert, you have absorbed the cloudy fragment you received. Disaster points +27, spiritual rock +5. And Lu Cheng is thinking, I get 27 disaster points from just one fragment, it's more than what I get from 5 daily disasters. With this, I will be able to climb 1 grade with 4 to 5 fragments. Seems like the ancient abnormalities mission, they are my best bet to improve my strength right now. Based on Mu Rongku's habit, he will not let me train peacefully for sure. I will have to devour all the ancient abnormalities in the sect quickly." After this the scene shifts, and we see 2 disciples, who are doing night duty. And one of the disciples is nervously saying to the other disciple, "Brother, people in the sect have been dying for no reason recently, is it even safe for us to come out this late at night?" But the second disciple says, "You're a friar of the refinement realm right now, how can you be such a coward? If the killer plans to come out tonight, so be it, consider him bad luck. With me patrolling tonight, he won't be leaving here alive. Hey, you get what I meant." But then someone cuts the disciple's neck. And when the second disciple looks back, he is also attacked, due to which his neck is also cut. And both of them are killed at this place. 3 days later, someone is speaking to Lu Cheng, Sect Master. "Please come out quickly, I have something important to report." Then Lu Cheng comes out, and the second elder is in front of him, but when the second elder sees Lu Cheng's increased power, he is very shocked. And he is thinking, Foundation, 2nd grade, just 3 days. He is now in the 2nd grade of Foundation already. Even if he uses Azoth, being able to climb ranks without being exhausted, that means his foundation is well built. It seems like I made the right choice this time. Then the second elder greets Lu Cheng and Lu Cheng says to the second elder, "Elder Yuan, what happened? Is it so important that you have to come and find me personally?" So the second elder says, "Something happened, I think you have to come and deal with it personally. Jensu Sect, one of our affiliated sects, it seems like they want to break out from us," turning towards Ming Ho Sect. And Lu Cheng says, "Where did you get the news from?" And the second elder says, "From the investigation department. It started when a few disciples of the Jensu Sect were murdered. The investigation department suspects that it was all Ming Ho Sect's doing. They wanted to investigate, but the Jensu Sect kept pushing us out, refusing to cooperate with us." And Lu Cheng is thinking, Ming Ho Sect is one of the 8 sects on the floating continent, specializing in dark spells. They never get along with Wan Tian Sect. And the second elder is saying, if the killer has infiltrated within us, there's no reason for the Jensu Sect to reject our help. Hence, we suspect that Jensu Sect and Ming Ho Sect, they are already working with each other. And Lu Cheng is saying, when is the Jensu Sect affiliated with us? At the same time Lu Cheng is thinking, the treasure that was forged using the cloudy fragment was given by the Jensu Sect. Then the second elder says to Lu Cheng, the Jensu Sect has been affiliated to us for 300 years. They have been loyal most of the time, up until Sect Master Zhou ascended. And Lu Cheng says, they heard that a small fry like me had become the Sect Master. They're afraid that Wan Tian Sect has no future, right? And the second elder says, Jensu Sect's strength is the best among the affiliated sects. Their Sect Master Song Yuan is an 8th grade newborn realm friar. Although they're no match to the Wan Tian Sect, since Sect Master Zhou ascended, we have lost a large portion of our strength. If the remaining 7 sects start to fan the flames, trying to sow discord among us and the affiliated sects, our position as the leader of the 8 sects, I'm afraid we won't be able to maintain it. Us elders have discussed this and think that if the Sect Master is willing to visit the Jensu Sect personally, show a little of your potential to them, and ensure the future of Wan Tian Sect, we believe that the Sect Master Song will understand it. And Lu Cheng is thinking, even if the Jensu Sect doesn't betray us, Mu Rong Kui will eventually look for an excuse to interrupt my training. But Jensu Sect. And Lu Cheng says to the second elder, then we shouldn't delay much longer, let's go now. The scene then shifts, and we see Jensu Sect. Then we look at the Sect Master of this place and it happens. Sect Master of Jensu, Song Yuan, 8th grade of newborn realm. And some disciples are saying, word is the new Sect Master of Wan Tian will visit us personally today. I wonder what kind of person he is. And the second disciple says, they say that he's only 18, and he's also hot. And as soon as the sect master looks ahead, he sees a beast, which is flying in the air. And he carries a palace on his back, and seeing that everyone is saying, God, that's the third-grade spiritual beast on par as the Azoth realm, the wax dragon. That's Wan Tian sect for you, using a third-grade spiritual beast as a mount, such luxury. Then the beast comes down, and the sect master is looking ahead and thinking, Wan Tian sect, this man is the head of Wan Tian sect's etiquette department, Ho Yu, a 9th-grade newborn realm friar, his level is just slightly ahead of me. But I'm definitely no match for him in terms of fighting abilities. The two female guardians are also the prodigal women that shocked the world. With that said, this young man must be the new sect master of Wan Tian. Lu Cheng. After this the scene shifts. Jensu sect, the guest room, and a man is speaking. Sect master Lu sure is a prodigy. Reaching foundation at the age of 18, you sure have the potential of Brother Joe. And the other man says, Brother Joe sure has a talented successor. Then we see a man and he is Vice Sect Master of Jensu, Hong Ya, 6th grade of Newborn Realm. And he is saying, Sect Master Lu, this is the Jensu Jade liquor that us Jensu Sect has treasured for 300 years, it can help to enhance our aura. I will greet Sect Master Lu with this cup, and Lu Cheng is thinking, Jensu Sect is formal on the outside, so they might not want to get down to business immediately. We're visiting them peacefully this time, which also acts as an example for the other affiliated sects, so it's not wise for me to push them by force. Yuan Zhang only I am assigned to protect me. I guess I still have to deal with everything on my own. How can I make them lower their guard? But then someone comes to that place. And that father is speaking, due to which Lu Cheng gets a little surprised. And when he looks ahead, there is a boy in front, who is saying, Father, this is bad. One of the disciples is in trouble again. And that is, son of Song Yuan, Song Tian Lin, 4th grade of refinement. And Lu Cheng is surprised to see Tian Lin and he says, this is your son? And the sect master is saying, you brat, today sect master Lu came to visit us, and you still dare to interrupt us. Zhang He. Send your junior back this instant. Then his friend is behind Tian Lin and he is Song Yuan's disciple, Zhang He, 9th grade of foundation. And Zhang He is asking Tian Lin to come with him, but then Lu Cheng stops both of them and says to them, I came here not to be a precious guest or something. If the sect's problems were to be held up because we're enjoying ourselves here, wouldn't that be a huge problem? Let him finish his sentence. The Jensu sect is affiliated to us Wan Tian. If something happened in your sect, as the sect master of Wan Tian, how can I just ignore it? And father and son are looking at each other. Then Lu Cheng asks Tian Lin to speak. Then Tian Lin tells Lu Cheng, yes. One of our disciples died outside the sect due to unknown reasons again. And Lu Cheng says, huh? Another disciple died again? Sect Master Song, what's going on? So the sect master says, it's just a small matter. It's nothing that requires a busy man like Sect Master Lu to pay attention to. And hearing this, Lu Cheng gets a little angry and he says, small matter? This involves the life and death of the sect's disciples, and you think that it is just a small matter? And after listening to Lu Cheng's words, the sect master gets very surprised and says, that's not what I meant. But Lu Cheng tells the sect master, that's enough. Sect Master Song, I don't want to listen to any of your explanations. I just need to see the truth with my very own eyes. And we see Ho Yu, who is very serious, and the sect master has no other option, so he says, we will follow Sect Master Lu's orders. Then Tian Lin takes Lu Cheng to that place and he is saying, this is the place? Yes, Sect Master Lu, the corpse is inside. Then we see that some disciples are dead at this place. And Lu Cheng opens the door and starts looking inside, then he sees that some people are dead. And Lu Cheng is also surprised to see this. Then he looks at Ho Yu. And Fang Shu is very surprised. Then Lu Cheng is looking carefully at her body and then he says, is this what you meant by dying? Without any reasons, the corpse being cut into pieces like this, it's obvious that it is someone's doing, right? And Tian Lin gets nervous and says, it wasn't like this when I saw it just now. I had you guys guarding the doors, did you see anyone entering the room? And Zhang he says to Tian Lin, brother, the two of them are just in the refinement realm. With the killer's strength, they won't be able to detect him if the killer is entering. And Tian Lin is saying, sigh, it's all my fault. And then Sect Master comes to that place and then he says to Lu Cheng, Sect Master Lu, Friar Ho, did you find anything? And Ho Yu says to the Sect Master, the corpse was damaged severely. I can't determine the cause of death either. And Lu Cheng says, but this sure seems to be intentional. And the Sect Master says, what should we do with this? So Lu Cheng says, don't worry Sect Master Song. If my intuitions are correct, the person behind all this will take action tonight. After this the scene shifts, and we see two people, and one of them is speaking. Lu Cheng said we will take action tonight. Could it be that he found something out? So the other man says, impossible. He's just a small brat that has only reached the 3rd grade of foundation, there's no way that he knows about our plan. And we see he is a masked man, and the masked man is saying, it's true that he's just a small fry in the foundation realm, but we shouldn't be careless as well, let's look for an opportunity to kill him. Then we will guide Sect Zhan Tian to break apart from Sect Wan Tian, slowly yet steadily. Take over the floating continent. After this we see Lu Cheng who is checking the system and he is thinking, after reaching the foundation realm, the daily disaster can be delayed and accumulated. This sure makes my life easier, but the strength of it after accumulating. I bet it will feel good. But then Lu Cheng hears the sound of something, due to which Lu Cheng gets a little surprised. Then we see that it is Xiao Qing, and she has cut down 2 trees in front of her, and seeing this, Lu Cheng is saying to Xiao Qing, Sister Xiao, what? Are you even doing it? Trying to vandalize Sect Jensui's territory? And Xiao Qing says to Lu Cheng, Ho Yu want to keep an eye on Song Yuan. Fang Shu went to look for information, why am I here guarding you? And Lu Cheng is thinking, so she's angry because of this, but based on her temper, I can't let her go out and ask. And Lu Cheng tells Xiao Qing, Sister Fang's training is still weak, there's also another important mission, I will need Sister's help on it. And then Fang Shu comes to that place and Fang Shu is saying to Lu Cheng, is it because I'm weak, so I can just run errands for you? So Lu Cheng says to Fang Shu, oh, you came back, that's not exactly what I meant. And Fang Shu is speaking, I asked Song Tian Lin. The victim this time is just a normal disciple, there's nothing suspicious about it. The identities of the previous victims are also compiled, I have checked it once myself, there's no pattern in it. And Lu Cheng is thinking, but it's possible that Sect Jensui is intentionally hiding some key information. They are all in the refinement realm and foundation realm. Then Lu Cheng says to Xiao Qing, Sister Xiao, I'm counting on you from now on. During the night, Xiao Qing's guard is late and she is saying, Lu Cheng, you bastard. You told me that you had an important mission for me. And yet it's just to watch over the morning hall. But it's fine, this shows what a coward he is. But then the candles go out and Xiao Qing feels something, and she takes out her sword and says, who's there causing a ruckus? Don't you dare think that I'm just a normal refinement friar. And we see that a coffin is opened. And a hand comes out of the coffin, which they find to be the corpse of one of the dead disciples. And the corpse comes out of the coffin, seeing which Xiao Qing gets very shocked and she says, isn't this corpse from this morning? Why is it patched together? Then the corpse attacks Xiao Qing, and Xiao Qing attacks that corpse, but that corpse has a lot of power, due to which Xiao Qing's barrier breaks, but Xiao Qing controls herself. And she is saying, shit, this guy has at least the skills of a foundation friar. And the corpse is ready to attack Xiao Qing again, and Xiao Qing has put her sword forward and is saying, HMPH. You ugly piece of shit. Then Xiao Qing moves forward to attack the corpse, and there is a huge explosion at that place, but we see that because of that explosion, Xiao Qing starts falling away. But then Lu Cheng goes to that place today, the one who has caught Xiao Qing. Then he is saying to Xiao Qing, didn't I tell you to break the seal and call for help if you can't handle it? But Xiao Qing tells Lu Cheng, this thing is just barely around the foundation level, I can handle it. But Lu Cheng moves forward to attack that corpse directly, and he has made a dangerous attack on that corpse, due to which that corpse has to bear a very strong attack, due to which it gets destroyed. And Lu Cheng is becoming very happy. But then we see that many coffins start opening, seeing which even Lu Cheng gets surprised, and the corpses of many disciples start coming out from those coffins, seeing which Xiao Qing is saying, all the corpses were gathered in one place. And then a different energy starts coming at that place, which attracts those corpses towards itself, and an explosion occurs at that place. Then we see that all those corpses are meeting each other, seeing which Lu Cheng is saying, it seems to be a little more trouble than I expected. And Xiao Qing is also very surprised when she looks in front and she is saying, what are those things? And Lu Cheng tells Xiao Qing, they're corpse puppets. Corpse puppets are corpses being used as puppets through unique techniques. Their strength isn't as good as when they're alive. But a corpse puppet this big, it's not something a refinement or a foundation friar can handle. And Xiao Qing says to Lu Cheng, you knew it all along? And you still ask me to guard this place? And Lu Cheng takes Xiao Qing's sword and tells her, it's okay, I'll protect you. At the same time Lu Cheng is thinking, I just happened to learn all this when I used the spiritual rocks to trade for a script of disaster refinement during my training. And the system is speaking to Lu Cheng. The script of immortality from disaster. Skill aura can be infused with the element of calamity, allowing the user to control the power of calamity. The script of disaster refinement refines items using the power of calamity, able to refine items, azoth, tools, etc. And Lu Cheng is thinking, the corpse earlier today, its veins were dried, body was twisted, everything matches the description of corpse refining from the scroll. Not even Hou from the newborn realm will realize this. A torn corpse can be revived, it's just as I expected, there's more than 10 skills within less than the script of disaster refinement that can do that. But being able to condense it into a large corpse puppet that is on par to an Azoth friar, there's only half of it. As to what kind of skill that is, I will have to investigate even further. Just then the corpse attacks Lu Cheng, but Lu Cheng is dodging all the attackers of that corpse. And then an attack starts going towards Xiao Qing, but Lu Cheng comes in front of Xiao Qing, and starts stopping that corpse attack, and he is saying, just as expected, it's the power of water. And as soon as Xiao Qing listens to Lu Cheng's words, she is shocked. Then we see Hou and the Sect Master, who are watching the fight between Lu Cheng and the corpse from above. Then suddenly Tian Lin comes to that place, and many disciples are also with him, and he is saying, Brother Lu, are you all right? What is going on? Then the Sect Master is ready to attack and he is saying, we are the Jensu sect, yet how can we be invaded by such a demon? And the Sect Master attacks. But then Lu Cheng says to Hou, not good. Stop him right now. So Hou would have stopped the Sect Master's attack. And seeing this the Sect Master gets surprised and he says, Sect Master Lu, what is the meaning of this? And Lu Cheng is fighting with that corpse and at the same time he is saying, Sect Master Song should know. This corpse puppet is only in the Azoth realm at most. Why are you using the power on par of the newborn realm? If that hits, I'm afraid there won't be any evidence left from the corpse puppet, right? And hearing this, the Sect Master becomes very surprised and says, I'm just worried about your safety, that's why I used my full strength. But Lu Cheng says to the Sect Master, Ho, you don't have to worry about me. I have my own way to deal with this corpse puppet, Brother Ho, trap this thing. Lu Cheng then moves to attack the corpse, and we see that Hou has used a spell, due to which he has bound the corpse. Then Lu Cheng directly attacks that corpse tax, and uses his lightning power, due to which lightning starts falling on that corpse. And Lu Cheng makes full use of his power, due to which the corpse gets destroyed and also disappears from that place. And Tian Lin gets very surprised to see this, but he is saying to Lu Cheng, will Sect Master Lu be okay? And Xiao Qing says to Tian Lin, what are you talking about? Then Zhang he is saying, that monster is on par to an Azoth realm cultivator, even with Master Ho's ensnarement. And Fang Shu says, Brother Lu will surely be fine. And Hou is watching everything from above. Then we see that Lu Cheng is safe. And seeing this everyone gets very surprised, but Fang Shu is talking about Lu Cheng, so Sect Master Lu is that strong? And the Sect Master comes down and he says to Lu Cheng, Sect Master Lu, that sure is impressive. Having this kind of strength at such a young age, I have underestimated you. And Lu Cheng says to Sect Master Song, that's more than enough. Do you think the reason for me dealing with this monster is just to listen to these pointless prizes? I've figured out the refinement method of this corpse puppet. And the reason behind the deaths of your disciples. And hearing this, the Sect Master gets very shocked, and so does Tian Lin, and Tian Lin says to Lu Cheng, please explain to us. Sect Master Lu. And Lu Cheng is thinking, during the feast, he's been acting rather vigorous, and even willing to go against Song Yuan. If I guessed correctly. Then Lu Cheng says, I think you know the reason behind it yourself. And hearing this, Tian Lin gets very nervous, and he says to Lu Cheng, Sect Master Lu, what do you mean by that? But Lu Cheng says, the death of your disciples seems to be due to the excessive training that they had and caused them to go berserk, but that's not the case. It is because the training they did to manipulate their aura can also be used to refine items using human sacrifices. And everyone gets very shocked after hearing this. And Lu Cheng continues saying, this unique aura refined from the training, if coursed through a human body, it will modify the cultivator's body structure and absorb its blood and flesh. The aura and blood will be fused within the core, forming a blood core, acting as the heart of the puppet. If the energy within the blood core has exceeded its limit, it will explode within the human body and cause them to die. The blood core is a form of item. If the aura is infused within it beforehand, we will be able to use the corpse pieces and form them into different levels of corpse puppets. And the act of slicing up the corpses is to retrieve the core, hiding the truth behind their deaths. And Lu Cheng is showing that thing to all of them, due to which all of them are very shocked. But Ho Yu is smiling, and he is thinking, impressive, he's able to understand all these when he's only in the foundation skill. Then Lu Cheng says, the reason that you're interested in this incident is that you've been having the same training, right? And hearing this, Tian Lin's heart starts beating faster. And he is saying, how is this happening? And Lu Cheng is saying, I wonder if you'll be the next one dying.